Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use Premiere Pro at the basic level. So it's going to open to this window right here when you first open it. So I'm going to make a new project. I'm going to name it tutorial video. Okay, so when you go to browse, this is where your project file is going to save once it's created. So you're gonna press browse and you're gonna put it in one of your folders or something. This is my filing system, Final Audio Graphics Project Video. I'm just gonna choose that project file right there. Okay, now it's gonna open up to this editing window, which this is where you're gonna be doing most of your editing while using Premiere. I'll make other videos on how to use these other windows in another video. So you're gonna import your media. You're gonna right click, import, and then choose a folder that you want to import. So I want to import my video folder. So now everything that was in that is going to be right here. Okay. So I really like this shot, and I added a marker here because this is where the camera begins a different type of movement. You can see here. Let's watch it. So she zooms in and then pans to the left. So this marker just indicates when she starts to pan to the left. So I am going to mark my in and out points with an I for in and an O for out. And what this is going to do is it's going to select the amount of video I want to go into the sequence. So I want it to start right here, about. So I'm going to press my I there, and I like it right here. Okay, my O. So now you're going to want to drag this to your sequence to create it. So you're just going to press on this window, the video, and just click and drag to this box here. So as you can see, this is the video and the audio linked. So you're gonna right click that and press unlink if you want to unlink it. So this track is gonna be your audio, this track is gonna be your video. So I actually don't want the audio in here, so I'm just gonna delete that. But an easier way you can do this is you can just press this little film reel, click and drag that, bring it to your timeline. Same thing with the audio, you can bring just the audio here by this sound wave button. So, and you can drag it wherever you want on the sequence as long as it's in one of your audio layers. Okay, so this is my video. Alright, that's what I have on my sequence. So you can see that she pauses before she starts zooming in for a few frames here. So I want it to start right just a little bit before it starts to zoom in. So right here. So I'm going to put my cursor over the edge of the clip, and I'm just going to bring it to my time code. And then, okay. Also, what you can do is you can press on that blank space behind your video file, and then backspace or delete. And that's just gonna delete the space in between. It's gonna delete that white space. So this is what I have. I think this is a little bit long. And I also think that this beginning part needs to be a lot faster, because you can see how it kind of stops for a second and then continues. It's not a very smooth zoom in because it was shot on an iPhone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my razor tool to just see on your keyboard or this little icon, and I'm going to press right on that marker. You don't have to use the razor tool and a marker. See, you can use it as many times as you want anywhere on your video sequence, but I just happen to want it on my marker. Okay, so I'm gonna right click this and go to speed and duration, or you can press Command R. Anyways, this is what's going to control your video speed. So I want this to be a little bit faster to make it seem a little smoother. So I'm gonna go 125%. And now this is gonna be a little faster. What I'm gonna do, as I did before, is I'm gonna click on this blank space right here, and I'm just gonna press delete. So it's gonna bring those two clips back together. I still want it to be just a little bit faster. So I'm gonna go 145 because I don't want it to be as fast as 150. I feel like that might be a little bit too fast. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I also think this is a little bit slow. So I'm gonna Command R that and go to 125. So I'm gonna, oh yeah, what is this? So this just controls how much of your timeline is shown. So the bigger it is, the more time is shown in your timeline. The smaller it is, the closer you get to like the actual frames. See that? Okay. So the zoom actually stops here. So I'm gonna delete all of this footage. See how that looks, make it a little smoother. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, that looks amazing. And I think that's a good length right here. So this whole video is a little bit long. If you're going to be making an actual like edit, it's a little bit long. So I feel like if I was in an actual edit, I'd want it to stop around here. So I'm going to put my cursor, hover it over the end of this clip, and I'm just going to drag that here. Yeah, I like that. I want it to be a little bit shorter. Okay, so I like this shot. So it's a little bit overexposed in this part, but here is a lot better. So here's where the exposure lowers. I feel like this is plenty long. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag in, I'm gonna hover over the drag video only, to bring this in. I don't like that there's a TV in here, but I really like this reflection and the lighting in general. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this clip and go to Effect Controls. So here is where you can play with the position. This one is left to right, and then this one is up and down. So you can just play with the position, scale, same thing, smaller, bigger, and you can also use your keyframes. So if I want to keyframe that, you just click on the stopwatch, and let's say I want it to be here, but then when it gets to here, I want it to be a little bit down. Watch this. So that's how keyframes work. But that's not what I'm doing for this clip, but that's just an example. I just want it to be from here to here, I just decided. Okay, so we're gonna go to Effects. And just search and crop. We're gonna click and drag that onto our file, go back to editing. So I don't want this TV to be in there. So I'm gonna play with my crops. This goes to the left, and this is the top. I happen to like the exit sign at the top, so I'm gonna crop out the left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scale this so it fits to the screen better. There we go. Okay, so now I have a little bit more of a zoomed in instead. There you go. Okay, so you can see when you play back, it's not at full resolution. What you can do is that this is where your playback resolution. So mine's on 1/4. So I'm gonna put that on full for the sake of the tutorial. So alright, this just hides your layer. So let's say I have video on this layer up here and I don't want it to show this bottom layer, I can just toggle it off. So you're still going to see this clip, but not this clip, because they're on 2 different tracks. Same thing happens with audio. I don't have any audio on here, but mute is just muting the track, and then solo is where it plays only that track and nothing else. So if I soloed this track wouldn't play, and none of the other ones would. Just this one. Okay. I want this to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to go into color. So that's a basic tutorial on how to use Premiere Pro from the Adobe Suite, and I hope you found this video informative, and have a nice day!